Hi there, I'm Linden Thorp. This is Our Way, Our Wealth on Saturday, and I'm here to share my joy, my love, my blessings, and also to tell you about the week ahead. Okay, so here we go. Today we're going to talk about embodied leadership in digital spaces. And yeah, I'll be upfront with you. For me, there is no leadership without self-leadership. But before we talk ideas, let's talk honest about the environment we're in. Screens speed us up. They fragment attention. They reward performance. So we're going to start by returning to the body. Make sure your feet are on the floor and feel gravity bringing your weight down into your sitting bones on the seat. And if you're standing, through your feet down into the earth. Exhale slowly. Always start with the exhale. Why? Because we're getting rid of toxins. And then the breath can come into the body naturally. Let your eyes soften. Let your jaw unclench. And ask yourself, where is my attention right now? Inside me or outside me? Okay. Now, leadership is big business. And it isn't only words. It's actually the state you broadcast online or in presentations, in your board meetings or whatever. So online, people can't read the full field. So your microsignals matter more. Pace, tone, facial expression, urgency, defensiveness, warmth. Many digital leaders do communicate while internally dysregulated, and then wonder why the room feels brittle. In fact, in digital spaces, your nervous system becomes part of the user interface. So here's a really great quotation. If I can't lead my own attention, my own fear, my own urgency, then what I'm calling leadership is just influence or control. So self-leadership, what is it? Well, it's very simple. Attention, where I place it, how often I reclaim it. Regulation, the ability to downshift before I speak or type. And thirdly, integrity, active or acting from values, not reactivity. This is where our relationship with ourselves really matters. Are we being self-honest? This is where it's all coming from. When I was 12, I had encountered the Buddhist teachings at the age of 10 in remote northern England, northwestern England, no Buddhists around me at all. But through the radio, I recognized that my self-honesty was the most important thing. If I lied to myself, then how could I be truthful with others? Self-honesty is our most important contract. If we're not honest with ourselves, with our true identity, who we think we really are, then how can other human beings who are extremely perceptive in many ways, how can they really trust us, accept us, believe us? Yeah, these three things are the most important: attention, regulation, and integrity. Really important. And King is here. Welcome, King. Lovely to see you. And I hope you appreciate these three basic self-leadership qualities: attention, regulation, and integrity. So, yes, these are so important because when you're under pressure online, what shows up first? Well, we have speed, silence, defensiveness, or over-explaining. These are all displaying a structure under pressure, and the structure may collapse if we're not connected with our real selves and not aligning our inner values with our outer behavior. So these three things are really important. We're so into speed instead of momentum. Momentum is very heart-led. It's about our control. It's about going inside. Speed is something that's imposed from outside. Silence. Yeah. Well, we can be silent, but if it's a false silence, then people will pick that up. Human beings have many more skills than those we accredit to the limited mind, which is between the ears. That's a terrific, brilliant set of tools. But it's not our reality, and our reality is in our heart, in our body, in our nervous system. So silence can be a real indicator. Defensiveness, yeah, we may do this unconsciously because we're not connected, because we're not grounded. And also over-explaining, yeah. If your message is clear, you don't need to explain anything. People pick it up. Okay, so the 4 pillars of embodied leadership in digital spaces. Write these down if you have a pen. I'll tell you what each pillar is, what it looks like online, and what the body cue is. So pillar number 1, regulation comes before communication. What is it? Well, you regulate your internal state before, really before, you send the message. What's the point in communicating a message if it's not regulated from your internal values? Online, we see it all the time. Fewer reactive replies, less tone damage, cleaner boundaries. And a really indicative body cue is if your chest is tight and your breath is high, then please do not press send. That message will misfire. I guarantee it. So if you can't feel yourself, you can't possibly lead the room. That's pillar 1. Pillar 2, coherence equals clarity. What is it? Well, it's inner alignment, mind, heart, body, spirit moving together. And online, it looks like concise language, fewer mixed signals, stable pacing, and less emotional leakage. The best body cue I know is slow down your exhale. Exhale is key because it gets rid of the toxins. And relax your tongue. Yeah, tension really shows in the tongue. It should be resting in the base, in the floor of your mouth. Also, gravity is important. So feel that you're really sitting in your seat. You can feel the weight down below. Or if you're standing, that the weight is really going down through your feet. And the best line I can give you is clarity. Some people think it's a writing skill. No, it's a coherence skill. Clarity comes from the nervous system, not from the limited mind. No, that's a myth. You can only find clarity by aligning with your body, with your spirit, with your inner mechanisms. Then the coherence, external coherence, comes naturally. People get it immediately. Pillar 3, relational safety and consent. Yeah, we were talking about this yesterday on Embodiment Q&A. Muiba and Ebishila got really excited about it. People will only collaborate when they feel safe. And they compete when they feel threatened. Yeah, you may joke about competition, but this is so true. We only compete when we feel unsafe. This is a survival mechanism. Yeah. And in our safe urban populations, generally, we feel safe. We are embraced. We're comfortable. We have many conveniences. Well, many meaning two in my feelings. Yeah, and online, it looks like naming your purpose, inviting input, not ambushing people in public threads, and not using urgency as a weapon. So for pillar number 3, if you soften your eyes, as I ask you to do when I'm doing mindful practice with you, if you widen your peripheral vision, yeah, this will reduce the threat physiology. If we are narrowing our vision, which happens mostly in the visual, intellectual world, which is overwhelming, we all agree, then of course we are less aware of our periphery and of any threats from that peripheral barrier. from that peripheral extend. And pillar 4, and this is really important, boundaries and rhythm. So this is where we can see leadership as a kind of tempo. Yeah. What is it? Well, leaders do set the tempo. They're measuring response times, meeting lengths, expectations, probably. Yeah. Online, this could look like fewer meetings, clearer async norms, fewer emergency pings, and more recovery time. And the body at this point, well, yeah, check your jaw, your shoulders. If you're bracing, your calendar is probably bracing too. And a guiding line here, a leader who cannot rest will build a system that also cannot rest. So those 4 pillars are really important. Don't worry, I'll be writing about them later in the week. But pillar 1 is regulation before communication. So before you do anything, make sure, check in with your body and your spirit. If you can't feel yourself, then you can't leave the room. Pillar 2, coherence equals clarity. Yeah, if you slowly exhale, relax your tongue, and feel your seat and the gravity of sitting fully in your seat, then you'll be coherent. Pillar 3, relational safety and consent. Yeah. People only really collaborate when they feel safe. They compete when they feel threatened. So the body cue is, softening your eyes, widening your peripheral vision, and this will reduce the threat physiology. So yeah, digital spaces especially can pull us into competition for attention, or alternatively, they can become places of genuine collaboration. Yeah, and the difference is often nervous system safety. I tell you, all my collaborations are based on relationship building, genuine reaching out, generosity. I want to support others, so I love to promote them, to repost, to invite them to come and do online stuff with me. Yeah, we've got to be generous. And that is really different to trickery or ambushing people. And the 4th pillar, boundaries and rhythm. Now, this is really where leaders have to lead. They set the tempo. And that should mean fewer meetings, clearer async norms, fewer emergencies, fewer firefighting. And the body, well, the jaw, the shoulders, bracing your rib cage, these are not good. So, yeah, it's so true. A leader who cannot rest builds a system that cannot rest also. The system is a reflection of the leader. So here's a live micro practice. Okay. And you can use this instantly. Okay. Contact. Well, first of all, feet, seat, and hands. Really focus on your feet. Make sure they're flat on the floor. Sit heavily in your seat or stand with the weight of your body going down through your feet. And notice what your hands are doing. Relax them. Breath. Inhale normally, but a longer exhale. So inhale for 3 or 4, exhale for 6. Your face, soften your eyes, unclench your jaw, unhook your tongue from the top of your mouth and make sure it's relaxed in the floor of your mouth. And then finally, your intention. Ask yourself, what am I here to create in this interaction? This is your true motivation, not how do I look, how do I seem, how do I come across. That's pure ego and fear. Yeah, so you need to say to yourself, yeah, notice what just changed. And this is self-leadership, the ability to shift state on demand. Okay, now I'd like to bring your attention to my AI Mirror Embodied Leadership Practice. This is a product. You can get a license for it. It's clean. It's well researched. And it's really a reflection tool for digital behavior patterns. It's designed for this exact moment we're in, where digital communication is constant and people are losing themselves inside speed, performance, reaction. These are all fireworks in this amazing display that the limited mind puts on. This is not therapy. It's not diagnosis. It's a structured reflection experience that helps you see clearly your patterns, and especially the ones that show up online. Urgency, overgiving, avoidance, defensiveness, perfectionism, people-pleasing. So there are 3 possible reflective prompts here. Please choose the one that you like the best. What happens in my body right before I reply? Number 2, what do I try to protect in digital spaces? Image, control, belonging, competence. Or number 3, what would change if I led with intention instead of urgency? Yeah, so if you'd like the link for this amazing product, which is really causing quite a stir amongst my network, then please just comment mirror or DM me and I'll send it. Okay, now the other thing you need to really bear in mind is my Lodestone Q&A every week, because at the moment we are really discussing in great detail the competitive versus the collaborative. Are human beings competitive or collaborative naturally? And yeah, in the digital space, we can amplify either mode. So if you'd like to know more about this, are humans competitive or collaborative by nature? Then please join us every Friday We're going to be discussing this again this coming Friday on the 6th of February. Yeah, and because online environments can turn everything into a scoreboard, views, likes, status, speed, then this is the real thing. Come and join us instead of triggering competitive physiology. And yeah, I have to say, when we are truly leading ourselves, when we regulate, we set our own rhythm, we create safety for ourselves, we make collaboration much more likely. It's not an ideology, it's a nervous system reality. And I've seen this many times for many years with my students, and especially here in Japan, because people don't trust so easily here in Japan. And we have the kind of collective consciousness. People think they're all aligned, but sometimes they're not. And so, yeah, it's really important to be yourself and to use your own discretion, your own judgment for you. We can only really take responsibility for ourselves. Yeah, so if you'd like to explore how collaboration is really about the heart and the lack of fear, the openness, the encouragement, the contact between human beings. Yeah, come and join us. We'd love you to bring examples from your work or community, your culture, your race. We are 3 women from completely different cultures. We're all similar age, so we all share. We really compare and contrast cultures under the umbrella of global leadership and communication. We're all coaches or mentors. We are bringing new horizons to many people. So come and join us. You can easily sign up for this. Okay, so let's finish with a commitment and a clear next step. Pick one digital moment this week to practice self-leadership. Before you press send, before you enter a meeting, before you post. Do the 90-second reset. Choose intention, then communicate. And there are 3 closing quotations here. Self-leadership isn't personal development. That's completely different. Yeah. It's how we stop exporting pressure into the world. Don't mix the two. Self-leadership is your responsibility. It's nothing to do with your company or your culture or your organization. It's not their responsibility. It's your responsibility. We each have to take responsibility for this. Otherwise, yeah, we're exporting pressure. And embodied leadership is leadership that doesn't cost anything for your spirit. Your spirit is the engine of your existence. It combines with your breath, your heartbeat, your lung capacity, your body alignment. And without your spirit, none of this would work. Your spirit and air. Those are the two things which make us viable as human beings. And yeah, the most powerful thing you can bring into a digital space is a regulated human nervous system. This will inspire so many people. And if we're regulated, we have the courage to speak out about it. Most people lack that courage. So, yeah, please, if you would like to know more about what I've talked about, comment below this window, mirror, and I'll send you a link to the AI Mirror product. This will absolutely revolutionize the way your inner dialogue works. Also, DM me Q&A, and I'll send you the embodiment session details so you can join us on Friday. We're inviting people to join us in the studio. The more, the merrier. And finally, if you're leading a team and this resonates with you, message me. Tell me what your digital environment is doing to your people. Okay. So, it's time to stop. I hope you've appreciated this and you've got something from it. Don't worry if you didn't catch everything. This is replayable. It's a live streamed to LinkedIn and to YouTube. So you can reconnect and replay. And this week, I'm going to be really writing about this, all of this. So watch my profile each day of the week. There'll be posts, polls, articles, videos, all on this topic. So please connect with me during the week and you'll be well informed and well on the way to avoiding burnout and to becoming truly happy. Thanks so much for joining me today. We'll have some new surprises for you soon because our way, our wealth is going to transform into a new series. And I'm going to be working with a really great colleague of mine, Dr. Marlene Greenleaf, who is so wise and so experienced as a leadership coach. And we're going to be sharing our thoughts and our processes with you so you can have some real strong takeaways from our sessions. So watch out for the notifications. We'll be telling you more about this very soon. This is Linden Thorp on Our Way, Our Wealth. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a wonderful Saturday, and I'll see you next week. Bye for now.